Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Lily. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. In today's video, we are going to do a flip through of a brand new junk journal that I just finished. It is gorgeous. I know you're going to love it. Let me show it to you. Oh my gosh, so much goodness. As many of you know, I am part of Tu Casa De Papel's design team, and I have used some of her beautiful digital printables to create this junk journal, and I also repurposed a book and altered it, and I'm going to go through all of the pages and show you all of the beauty that is contained inside. So if you are interested in the digitals, I will have all of that information in the description area below. I'll have a link to Ibette with Tu Casa De Papel's YouTube channel. Plus, I will have a link down below with Tu Casa De Papel's Etsy shop, and there is also a discount code for you. So if you are interested, as I know you will be because these are gorgeous digital printables, I have a discount code for you, and I'm going to put it somewhere right here so that you don't forget to use it. When you go to checkout, use the discount code on Tu Casa De Papel's Etsy shop so you can save some ka-ching. Anyway, you guys ready to get started so we can look through all of these beautiful, beautiful pages? Look at all that fringe. It is so cute. And I'm going to show you in detail what is on the topper of this beautiful altered junk journal. Thanks, you guys.
I love altering books. I haven't done it in a while, so this has been such a joy to do. It is one of my favorite things to do, especially for my personal Christmas journals. This is what I do. This journal measures 9 by 6, and it has a spine that is a little over an inch wide. And so I'm just pointing out all of the different features of the front cover. I made the topper from Junky Junk, and I repurposed a piece of corrugated cardboard, and then I layered it with more digitals that I backed with some packaging to make it sturdy. And then I made a pocket from junk mail envelopes and collaged it with the beautiful digital printables. You can see all of the layers underneath. I grungied up that corrugated cardboard. I did stitch around it. I added some white chalk paint. There's so much going on that topper, and it's just so beautiful. Time is too short today for me to go over how I put it together, but I do want to point out that there are several layers. And then in that junk mail envelope pocket, I did make a tag, and I backed up that digital with some packaging to make it nice and sturdy. So I will have a future video, you guys, as to how I make toppers using some of these elements. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can see how I put together a topper. If you'd like to see how I make these junk mail pockets, I also have videos linked down below to show you how to do that. And then I embellished it, of course, with some Prima Marketing flowers, some trim, and a lot of things that I just had left over in my stash. And then to fasten it, I used a Tim Holtz hitch fastener, which I don't use regularly. It's something I've had for a while. The spine, I covered it with that beautiful white fabric that has those gold roses on it. And then I like that the cover is red. I did struggle with the color red, but then once I added that gold wax all around the border or the edges, it just tied it all together, and it made it so beautiful. I love the way it looks when it fans out. And there are several pages, you guys, that I removed from the inside. This is a technique that I learned from Gail Augustinelli years and years ago when I was first learning how to make junk journals. And so I will have her channel linked down below. I don't have the video. It's a pretty old video, but maybe I will show you in the future step by step how I tear out the pages. If you're interested in learning how to do that, please let me know in the comment section below. I have added one of my signature little houses, aka little casitas, into this journal using the digitals from Tu Casa De Papel. Absolutely gorgeous. And you see that cute little faux chimney up on top, it's a Prima Marketing flower or embroidered little flower piece of paper that I've had for years, and I was hoarding it. I didn't want to use it because I wanted to make sure that it went into something super, super special, and it matched so perfect with this little house. I just can't get over it. It is beautiful. The inside is lined with some leftover book page. And then I made a tag from some of the leftover book pages that I tore out. Yes, I tore out the book pages from the book. And I have so many of those left over, I had to figure out a way to incorporate it into the junk journal. And so I made some tags and journaling cards and some ephemera into this junk journal. And I'll have more of those in just a moment. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how I made these in just a second. But those are sprinkled throughout the journal. They feel so good because there are several layers sandwiched between. And it fit perfect. I measured accordingly so that it would fit into this little house. If you'd like to see how you can learn how to make these little house or little casita envelope pockets, I will have videos or a playlist in the description area below. But isn't that so cute? The little door, the door handle, and then I've added a paper clip with some trim and then a beautiful little heart charm. The inside cover I lined with beautiful, beautiful printables. I will have the printables that I use for this junk journal listed down below. But I know I did use the fall. It is fall and autumn digital journal pages. And then I also used ledger paper junk journal decorative papers called Pensamientos from Tu Casa De Papel. So vibrant and rich in color. These are absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I love working with the teal colors, and I know I've mentioned that so many times before, but I really do. And they play and work so well with the corals and the orange hues that are in this journal. The pages that I cut down the printables to cover the print on these book pages. Some of them I did cut a little bit too wide, but others, once I got the hang of it and the flow of things, I realized I only needed to cut the digital printables enough to cover the text on the book pages. And here is a large tag that I made from those printables. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, backed up with some of the leftover book pages. So you could see the book page on the back. I have a lot of book pages left over. And so I saved the pages, especially the ones with the blank pages, to use to back up some of these digital printables. And I could have used the digitals alone. I print them on a pretty good weight paper, and I use a presentation paper to print like the ones I use for tags, and then I use premium 30-pound paper for the printables themselves. So all of that, if you want to see what type of papers I use for my printables, I do have an Amazon affiliate link down below. Lots of information, you guys, in the description area below, where I will try to list a lot of the supplies that I use. You'll find Tu Casa De Papel's links down below as well. And then also the Amazon affiliate link, which shows you some of the tools that I use when I create my junk journals and my ephemera and all of those things. I also added some side tucks in the journal. And I just love the way they look on this side. And you also saw how I have some top loading pockets. You can see all the layers from the book pages to create this junk journaling card. And then I stitched some of the ephemera pieces. So with this fall autumn digital printable kit, you get ephemera pieces, you get tags, and also journaling cards. And so I've cut those out to make these journaling cards. I'm pointing out that the rosettes used to be white, but I used this alcohol ink by Ranger, in fact, Tim Holtz. And with the help of my sister, I dyed these rosettes, and the color was perfect for the hues of the digital printables. And so I will also have all of that information linked down below in the product list and also in my Amazon affiliate link. A cute little tuck spot here. This was a full page. So I printed obviously in 8.5 by 11 size presentation paper. And then this one, I split in half and then in half again so I can make a pocket. and then made a beautiful tag from that leftover book page. And this beautiful, I love this print. I'm telling you, the turquoise and the teal shades play so well with the orange and the coral. They look really, really good together. And then in that pocket, I added another little ephemera piece that comes in the ephemera kit of this the fall printables. You'll notice on some pages I used washi tape, and that was just to reinforce the edges to make sure that they were really adhered to the book page. And again, because some of them I actually trimmed too wide, and it wasn't until afterwards, as I was working with the pages, that I realized I didn't have to cut them to the width of the page. And so just enough to cover up the text is perfect. So when you fold or close the pages, you don't have them lift a little bit on the inner seam. But just for a layer of protection, I added some of that washi tape. Look at how beautiful these embroidery pages are. Lots of writing space too. Oh, I didn't mention that this is like my interpretation of a blank journal. And you notice they're somewhat different from all of the other journals that I've prepared, where I add so many pockets and tags and journaling cards, and they have alligator mouth. But these are more simplified. I know, lots of color because I love it. But notice there's not a lot of tuck spots and a lot of pockets. I added this beautiful envelope, and in the future I'm going to have a video showing you how I made these, how I decorate these junk mail envelopes and use them as a side tuck. I stamped it, I made more beautiful book page ephemera, and then on that outside cover of the envelope I did some spritzing and also some stenciling, and then added bits and pieces of leftover digital papers, and then topped it with the orange rosettes, and it turned out so pretty. To make a tuck spot on the reverse side, I glued the flap down, but only on that very edge, because I wanted to leave it so that you can tuck in some additional ephemera in there. And you can see that's what I'm doing, pointing out that I only glued a little bit on the edge so that that remains a tuck spot. And so a lot of the writing area in the journal comes from the ledger papers in the kit called Pensamientos. So these are background pages, you guys. I get a lot of questions as to how I use these, and you know, not a lot of writing space. There is a lot of writing space. You can totally write over all of these pages because these serve as backgrounds. And then on top of that, you can add more, you can add pockets, and you can add photographs and pictures and paperclip tags, notes, to-do lists. These are background pages. If you want, you can also leave it as it is and then paperclip your little items if you don't want to permanently cover the beautiful designs. This is very similar to the way that I prepare my Christmas junk journals, you guys. So if you want to see a flip through of my Christmas junk journals, which is also made from Altered Books, I will have those flip throughs linked down below, but you could see tons of writing space, and for you to be able to embellish the pages even more. Here's another top loading pocket, and for this one I inserted one of those altered junk mail envelopes. I used scraps of paper that were left over to cover up like the return address, and then that bulk rate postage that comes standard in those envelopes. I covered it just a little bit. I added some splatters. And this one I lined inside with book page and then stamped it. I talked about this in my junk mail envelopes. I talked about how you can stamp over the book page so it's visible through the window. I love that idea. So that is also an option. And again, I will have a future video where I show you how I decorate this specific type of envelope, because I haven't done one of these in a long time. And then I made a large tag to tuck into the envelope and then tuck it again into that top loading pocket. Lots of stuff within that pocket for you to jot down your thoughts, you know, personal lists, things that you don't want too visible in your journal. You just want to keep it tucked away. And putting it in the envelope is completely optional, but I thought it would be a fun little tuck spot to place that tag in the envelope and then place the envelope in the pocket itself. So I do that to the top. Lots of fun. I'm so glad that I remembered, you guys, to leave openings at the top of the pages, and then also leave some open on the sides, because, you know, sometimes I get so carried away when I'm creating that I forget those small little details. So I'm glad that I didn't cover those up. So you can see the ledger papers are perfect for using for writing, and this is one of my most favorite journals that I have made. And you guys, I will be listing this journal in my Etsy shop, and so it should be there by this weekend sometime. I've been a little bit busy and haven't added it to my Etsy shop yet, but it should be there within the next couple of days, and I will have my Etsy shop linked down below as well. And remember, did I mention that there is there will be another video following this one where I show you how to make all of those ephemera pieces, the book pages, the journaling cards, the tags, using the book pages in a follow-up video. It should be up right after this one in about a day or so. So watch out for that one if you want to learn how to make all of these beautiful, beautiful ephemera pieces from all of those leftover pages. Don't forget, you guys, that Tu Casa De Papel's link will be down below so that you can get some of these beautiful digitals. I am loving this. I love this journal, and it's going to be really hard parting with it, but I did decide to part with it. It wasn't easy, but that decision has been made. So keep an eye out for that. So I also lined the back of the junk journal with the same papers, beautiful, beautiful papers that I used in the front, just to kind of keep it consistent. And isn't that lime green, you guys, the chartreuse, the citron, the lime green mixed with the turquoise and the teals are my favorite combinations. I know, I just love all the colors, the corals, the orange, the blues. That I just love everything about this, and I hope you love this as much as I do. So don't go away. I've got more to share with you in just a second. So I'm going to flip the camera over and I'm going to say goodbye.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. I sure hope you enjoyed that flip through of the altered book. My favorite part, let me show you. And it's that little casita right here. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. So I hope you loved it. I have a ton of videos showing you how we make, or how I make, these beautiful casita envelopes. So I will have, at the end of the video, I will have a playlist showing you how I alter all of these how I make all of these beautiful little casitas from junk mail envelopes. So you guys don't miss that playlist. And also, don't forget, if you go over to Ibette's Tu Casa De Papel's Etsy shop, the link is down below, and the discount code, once more, it is right here, so you don't miss out on that. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!